dating apps were horrible. I hated them. Like they were like the bane of my existence for after my divorce. And so I would download it and then I would delete it, and I would download it and then delete it. I think I did it like 5 times where I would download and swipe for a little bit, and then I would get so overwhelmed that I would just delete it.
Hey guys, this week's question was how to successfully date after heartbreak. Both of us have been divorced and we both successfully dated after that. And I think there's a lot that we learned through the experience. First off though, if you just barely got divorced or barely got broken up with, then you should give yourself some time. I recommend like at least 3 months of not dating anyone, because again, you need to find out what hobbies you actually like doing, you need to find out what your interests are, what your beliefs are, and who you are without this person in your life. And once you find that again, then you can successfully date other people. But until then, I don't think I would. But if it's already been about that amount of time and you're ready to get out there again, these are some things we learned.
So one of the things that I learned that was the most helpful for me when I first started dating was, my therapist called it the balance between acceptance and change. And I think this is something that people have a really hard time with, at least I did, and it's kind of balancing moving forward with your life and also giving yourself the time to heal and to find yourself post breakup or divorce. And so she kind of told me to push myself just enough, and if I felt like I was like having anxiety or being pushed too far, to like pull back and kind of give myself some grace and just be able to be for a little bit and just do the things that I knew helped me, like reading or just taking time to be with myself, take myself on dates. I took myself on a lot of dates. And so I think like taking yourself on dates and doing the things that you love is like a safe place to heal and to get better. And then the change is where you push yourself a little bit and try to challenge yourself to go out and do things. Like I went country swing dancing by myself, and it was one of the funnest things I ever did. But I like challenged myself to do that because it was super scary. But balancing those two things is like the best way to move forward into starting to date, and that was like the most helpful thing for me. So
that's cool. I think one thing that I kind of did, I didn't have your therapist telling me stuff, but one thing that I did to kind of balance it and make it easier, it might be easier if you're a guy because you can actually like plan the dates more often, but I would only go on dates doing things that I love to do. That way, like even if I was awkward or even if I didn't necessarily like the girl, I'd still have a lot of fun. And also, I recommend it too because it puts you in a place where you can authentically be yourself. So like for the first 5 months I was dating after my divorce and breakup, I would just ride my Harley or go fishing or go longboarding. And I'd bring a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And that's what I did every single time. And for a while, after each of the dates, I wasn't like super excited. And I think that's pretty normal. There's people in our Discord that say that. Specifically, Emma was saying that like she just feels content being alone and is kind of scared that she'll just be alone forever because she just kind of likes it that way. And in some ways that's okay, but I do think that having a partner can bring happiness to your life and fulfillment in a special way that you can't get on your own. So for me, I probably went on dates with about 20 different girls where I was having a lot of fun on the date because I did what I wanted to do. but like after, I would always feel like something was missing and I wasn't super excited. And for a while I just thought that I was kind of like broken and didn't like feel anything for anyone, which is hard. And I know a lot of you may be feeling that too after you had such a special connection with a certain person and now that person's gone. You can feel like you'll never get that again with anyone. But for me, what I had to do was just keep trying and keep putting myself out there and keep talking to people and keep trying to make connections. And eventually I met Jocelyn, and it's been amazing, the deeper connection that I've ever had with anyone. So yeah, that's what I'd say. Do things that you actually really want to do, and then be patient with yourself and realize that it's gonna take time probably, especially if you were really deeply connected with your person that you lost.
I feel like for me, like dating apps were horrible. I hated them. Like they were like the bane of my existence for after my divorce. And so I would download it and then I would delete it, and I would download it and then delete it. I think I did it like 5 times where I would download and swipe for a little bit, and then I would get so overwhelmed that I would just delete it. And so that like didn't work for me. And so I think like finding what works for you, like for me it just was putting myself out there in like in real life and kind of going and doing things like swing dancing and going to activities with people my age and things like that just helped me to feel more comfortable. I felt like it wasn't so much pressure. And so I think like don't get discouraged if certain things don't work for you. Just kind of keep trying the different things and seeing what clicks, because the dating apps didn't work for me, but they can work for some people. and like putting yourself out there can be really scary for some people. So the dating apps might work. It's just kind of like figuring out what works for you so that you feel comfortable.
Yeah, they work for me. I like them. Yeah, but yeah, so it's going to be hard. You were really connected with someone, whether you were married, especially, or even dating for any significant amount of time, you're going to be really connected with that person, and it's going to hurt a lot to get over them. So first, give yourself, I'd say at minimum like 3 months to find who you are again. Learn to love yourself, do the things you like to do, get the job you want, find a new hobby, discover more of yourself than you ever knew, and then I would try dating. It's going to be hard. You might not even enjoy it at first, but it is important to get started and be patient with yourself, even if you don't enjoy it at the beginning, because in my experience at least, it leads to a lot of happiness. So hope that helps, but I'll see you guys next week.